If those hostages aren't back, I don't want to hurt your negotiation. If they're not back by the time I get into office, all hell will break out in the Middle East. And it will not be good for Hamas, and it will not be good, frankly, for anyone. All hell will break out. I don't have to say anymore, but that's what it is.
The breaking news coming in to CNN, a senior Biden administration official confirming that Hamas has agreed to a hostage release and ceasefire deal. I want to go straight to senior White House correspondent MJ Lee with the latest. MJ.
It's funny, bro. This is so funny.
They're all upset.
MJ, what can you tell us about this deal that Hamas has agreed to? This is a massive deal, weeks in the making, Alex.
It certainly is, if not longer, Pam. We have been waiting for more than 13 months since the last ceasefire deal and since the last time there was an exchange of hostages and prisoners for this moment. It appears that this deal is imminent, if not done already. We're reporting that Hamas has agreed to the deal. There was certainly an expectation from the Israeli side that they would agree to a deal. All of this, of course, brokered after intensive negotiations with the mediators, the United States, Qatar, and Egypt. So the point here, Pam, is that after weeks of feverish work on the U.S. side with both Biden administration officials and officials from the incoming Trump team working in coordination with each other, they and the other mediators have managed to get the Israelis and Hamas, it appears, across the finish line, where we are going to get a truce, a pause in this fighting. One thing I really want to emphasize is this does not mean the end of this war. This means a break in this war. Hopefully this break will last at least 6 weeks.
Thank you. Brooks, credit for this, Mr. President, you or Trump?
Is that a joke? Oh.
He said, is that a joke?
Yeah.
Stupid ass face.
So again, he's finna have a war for peace in the Middle East again, huh?
He sit there dead ass gonna straight face tell you, say, who do you think? Trump, nigga, fuck.
I just hope that the American people understand what's really going on.
They do. That's obvious. Trump said, y'all don't release them. Y'all know what's up. We're going to stand on that.
I'm going to keep it 100. People probably would still think Joe Biden did it.
I know.
Because they probably not going to see the video of what Trump said. They going to literally just see this part, and then, the media going to show another clip of, like somebody negotiating with him from the Democrat Party team. That's how they do it.
Dang, bro.
Why is Kamala seeming like she cheesing, bro?
Let's see.
She don't look like she cheesing.
We worked to deliver this deal, and the
That's
vice president
cheesy.
worked relentlessly.
She probably
as
you
we
already know she
worked to
probably
deliver
off
this
of-
deal.
If you are American and you mad that stuff like Trump getting in office is a bad thing, I feel like other countries should fear us. Like, if we're supposed to be the world power,
100%.
If people feel like they can just come on our land and do whatever they want to us, that is a problem.
You think they fear Joe Biden?
You feel me?
This just proved it right here.
Exactly. If you don't fear your daddy, you know what I'm saying, you gonna be misbehaving. But your daddy come through with that belt, you gonna get in line.
You gonna put belt to ass.
Belt to ass.
I'm equally concerned about the potential rise of a tech industrial complex that could pose real dangers for our country as well. Americans are being buried under an avalanche of misinformation and disinformation,
Stupid ass.
enabling the abuse of power. The free press is crumbling. Editors are disappearing. Social media is giving up on fact-checking. The truth is smothered by lies told for power and for profit. We must hold the social platforms accountable to protect our children, our families, and our very democracy from the abuse of power. That's why my farewell address tonight, I want to warn the country of some things that give me great concern. And that's the dangerous concentration of power in the hands of a very few ultra-wealthy people. And the dangerous consequences if their abuse of power is left unchecked. Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme wealth, power, and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy, our basic rights and freedoms, and a fair shot for everyone to get ahead.
What?
We see the consequences all across America, and we've seen it before, more than a century ago. But the American people stood up to the robber barons back then and busted the trusts. They didn't punish the wealthy. Just made the wealthy play by the rules everybody else had to.
I think the way he's leaving office has been, frankly, pretty terrible.
Shout out Scott.
He's going to be remembered for a few things. But politically, it's mostly for when he was vice president, he and Obama sort of ushering in the Trump era initially. And then as he's leaving office as president, bringing back Trump and Trumpism stronger and more popular than ever. Today, Biden has like a 61% disapproval, and Trump is over a 50% approval and more popular, and his ideology is more popular than it's ever been. If everything you say is true, the Democrats should have had no trouble getting reelected in this election, yet they were.
It's an issue of a communications failure.
I know, and for Democrats, it's always been about communication and no introspection about the policies that led to him leaving office as one of the most unpopular presidents.
He cooking.
Communications failure.
I know, and for Democrats, it's always been about communication and no introspection about the policies that led to him leaving office as one of the most unpopular presidents. When I watch this tonight, I remain astonished that he, his family, and other people around him thought he could ever run for another term. I mean, there's no way he could serve another 6 months, let alone another 4 years. The fact that they pursued that farce for as long as they did, to me, remains one of the most astonishing things about this term.
Man, shout out Scott, bro. Scott, you be doing your job at CNN. You the reason why CNN probably still up right now, Scott.
He literally has abused them this whole election cycle. I'm actually astonished that Joe Biden is actually up there too. Like, seeing him talk, it's just like, wow, this is actually the leader of the free world, like of America. This man that barely could talk, and people tried to re-put him out there and to re-lead us.
It's crazy.
That's just insane. You guys are still defending him?
No, especially her. Why is she trying to defend this at all, bro? That's what pissed me off more, man.
What's crazy is
it pissed me off.
People actually are just like her.
That is the problem.
A lot of the world are like, I mean, people in America are just, they really believe this crap.
What gets me, that's what gets me. The audacity to come on and say things like this that he knows is wrong, and then try to flip the script on fact checking. We know what fact checking was about. Fact checking was biased. Just like, remember the debates when they were fact checking. They were fact checking Trump, but not once fact checking Kamala. The bias in the fact checking. That's why we're getting rid of it. He's calling it an oligarchy and this and then the rich this, the rich that. The rich people are the ones paying him to say this bullshit.
I'm actually like concerned because I'm like, who is behind this crap?
They keep saying a threat to democracy, and we really watch them say you are over with and try to put somebody in your place without no primary. No primary, so Joe.
Much, bro.
Yeah, the fact that they keep like reiterating that is just is insane.
That's why I'm actually like, America, we should actually be so pissed off about this crap because this is so bad. Every little thing that Joe Biden literally just said was a flat out lie.
Yeah.
Every last thing.
The threat to democracy thing is completely insane. Like, it's a soundbite. So when you go on the street and then you ask somebody, how is it a threat to the democracy? They don't know what to say because they just repeating what they hear here.
Yeah, they're gonna say
they don't know what to say.
He racist, but I don't even know how they create. I'm really confused on how they created their narrative when Trump has the most pictures with black people.
You can go back and
as
see
far as a president.
Yeah.
Like, well, you say a president, the man that has the most pictures with black people, he's racist.
They want to completely ignore.
Let's get over this.
The bill. Sorry, let me say this, please. They want to completely ignore the bills that this man passed.
That's what I was going to say. They'll say he had bills that actually impacted black people. And Trump actually had bills that actually helped niggas. He actually helped niggas, black people.
Bro? That's why I'm confused. Like, you're right. You was right. Who was probably behind it? We don't know who behind it, but we probably do. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like an actual, real Grim Reaper out there, y'all. Because there's no way that people believe this shit, and they have actual sheep out here in the world that doesn't know that everything Joe Biden just said during this was a flat out lie. Literally everything. They don't know that Democrats had the most money. They had the most funding. The most rich people were behind Democrats. So what are you talking about, Joe Biden?
Yep.
People said that they were hurting in your administration.
Yep.
So how are you going to say that they're just going to try to help the wealthy?
But it's funny. They hate Trump so much. The people supporting this hate him so much that they're gonna back this up. Regardless of the facts and the truth, they're going to back this man up and then use every soundbite and then
whose fault is that?
The whole Democratic Party, all these guys.
The media. It got to be the media.
And actually, it's their fault. It's their fault. The people that actually don't do their research, it's their fault.
Exactly, that too.
They choose to be ignorant.
People did forget how much money we just watched Kamala Harris raise
Let's
and,
just say it was a
and
lot.
still is in debt for raising almost $1 billion.
A lot.
Hey, bro.
She raised more money than Trump, and the citizens, the American people still chose Donald Trump.
And this is his last opportunity. His farewell address is his last opportunity to create division. We're not falling for it, though.
He did. That's
I'm
literally
just-
what he did. Just creates more division.
We're not falling for it.
Like, I just don't get it, man. This is an absolute failure, and we cannot allow this to be done in America, guys, anymore.
I pray J.D. Vance get the next, or whoever
I think it will be
Republican.
JD.
I just need another Republican in office.
'cause what I've
I'm
been
sorry. Yeah, what the Democrats been showing me.
They can never get in again.
And then if it's their fault, they're going to lie about it.
But that's what they want. They want us to be like, no to the Democrats. What if it is a Democrat who has the same ideologies as Trump?
Nah, bro. Well, how
gonna be a
much
long
stuff
time.
I've been watching?
It's going to be a long time.
Bro, they just voted. Majority
yeah.
of the Democrats just voted for illegal sex offenders to stay in America. Almost
I seen
145
that
this morning.
morning. Yeah.
I don't want to hear none of them niggas got to say. I don't believe none of
Yeah,
they
it's
got
going
to
to be
say.
a long time.
Them niggas is over with. Them niggas still want men and women's sports.
Well, they can
That
get
shit
converted
over
though,
with.
because like even
Nah,
Elon Musk
bro.
admitted that he used to be like leaning towards the Democrat side.
Yeah, we all was.
You know,
Yeah, we all were.
So you can be converted. So we're gonna be the party that tries to convert people instead of being the party of division.
Before I begin, let me speak to important news from earlier today. After 8 months of nonstop negotiation, by my administration, a ceasefire and a hostage deal has been reached by Israel and Hamas, the elements of which I laid out in great detail in May of this year. This plan was developed and negotiated by my team and will be largely implemented by the incoming administration. That's why I told my team to keep the incoming administration fully informed, because that's how it should be, working together as Americans.
I just can't believe it, man.
He swear to God, why he keep saying ma. He want people to believe that he did it so bad.
He didn't do shit. He didn't even know how to say Lincoln Riley.
He would sleep on the beach.
He spent most of his time on the beach. He didn't do a damn thing.
He giving out money. He falling asleep at the
Like Joe
conference.
Biden. I mean, like, that's what I'm saying, bro. I really just don't know. Like, do people really think people are that stupid? Like, we literally just seen
People
the video.
might be really that stupid,
like,
bro.
we literally
They
just seen
are.
the video.
People are literally that stupid.
He's
yeah,
so mad.
Yeah, you're right, man. I keep forgetting they shook ass on the stage. So, you know.
This is what I say. According to diplomats who were involved firsthand in the negotiation, President Biden refused to put any pressure on Netanyahu. And ultimately, they gave up that any deal would happen. It was, and Don, you and I talked about President Trump. I have no love, and I don't want to give Trump any credits, but I know
You don't want to
but
give him
I
credit.
am in the business of telling the truth.
Same.
Donald Trump intervention have been monumental in making the ceasefire deal possible, and just to make people understand, President Biden not only refused on multiple occasions to put any pressure on the Prime Minister of Israel to do any deal. People who were involved in the negotiation, including Israeli negotiators, told me firsthand that very often they felt that he was more than backing the negotiating team, the Israeli negotiating team. He was backing the Prime Minister agenda and his desire to stay in office. The Israeli media and Israeli ministers, including Ben-Gvir, today confirmed that it was President Trump. Israeli media also confirmed that Netanyahu was already gave up on the hostages. He was willing to sacrifice the hostages for his political desire to stay in power.
That framework has been available essentially since the end of May. So you might ask the question, as you did, why now? Mm-hmm. And I would say there was a Trump effect. The Trump effect was on Bibi in the sense that Bibi was not going to say no to Trump, fears the cost of saying no to Trump. There was a Trump effect also, I think, on Qatar and Egypt. They want to please President Trump, and that means they wanted to show how they could do things that would benefit or be responsive to what it is he wants.
Yeah, I'm going to let you continue, but we have some of the reporting on what you're saying, so I want to kind of match it up for viewers. Again, there's a major truce today, and so the Times says what you say, Ambassador, that this was broadly similar to a three-phase framework publicized by President Biden in May with the 6-week ceasefire. They've reviewed even a copy of the agreement as this was all unfolding today. The same report notes that Donald Trump's threats that all hell would break loose if no deal was reached before his inauguration might have helped motivate Hamas's leadership. And I want to play a little bit more from the president today to the ambassador's point.
Biden presented a deal like this in May. So what's your take on what got us to this moment?
Trump.
Well, tragically, the deal could have been made or struck in March, again in May, and it was rehashed or rekindled in July and in August, and Mr. Netanyahu refused. I mean, Hamas wasn't very helpful, let's be honest, but it was Mr. Netanyahu ultimately that rejected the deal. At the time, he wanted to prolong the war for political reasons. Going into the summer, he said, I should wait for the American election, see what transpires. Once President Trump was elected and became president-elect, Netanyahu set a date, the 20th of January, inauguration day. And he extended the war for no apparent reason, for no utility, for no tangible or attainable goals for months. And so if you're asking what the game changer was, what the reason that brought him to say yes now, as opposed to the many resisting no's in previous months, it was the Donald Trump factor. It's not that Trump pressured him. It's that he's afraid of the unpredictability and transactionality of Trump that Trump is known for, that caused him to say, I better get on his good side and I should do this now.
Hey, anybody that's against this as a leader, you need to shut the hell up and go sit in your house and go get in your welfare or whatever you doing that the government is feeding you, because you need to shut the fuck up and let that nigga Trump do what he want to do.
Hey, man.
That's how I feel,
Trump
man.
the real Don.
He made the Gulf of America. He trying to cop Greenland. Y'all have a problem with this? And say
he
this is white supremacy.
After today, after what he just did right here, yeah, I really don't. Actually, I didn't want to hear shit before.
All right, then.
I really don't want to hear shit now.
Facts.
I promise you, don't. If anybody watching this and you going against Donald Trump, please don't come to me with that shit.
Well,
yeah.
Please don't come to me with that.
It's funny how they're trying to give Biden credit for what he did 8 months ago. Well, that whole 8 months.
Himself the credit.
Yeah, nobody else gave him the credit. Everybody did that.
Even the liberal media said,
in one of those pieces, they trying to say. In one of those pieces at the top, it was trying to say that they both did it. That they both had something to do with it.
I think that was New York Times. Maybe.
Like,
who was that?
Just stop. I think it was CNN. But
Nah,
you know,
CNN did. But it was this. Who was that? Yeah, it was New York Times.
Okay.
Y'all better stop letting this man be the president right now, bro. I'm
He
tired
got
of
a few
all
more
this.
days, bro. You know, it's over
5
now.
more days. We can keep five more days.
He barely in office, and I'm seeing all the evil shit go away right now. So,
I don't hear nothing, bro.
We on a good track. And it ain't even been day one yet. We on a good track.
It's just so much to say, bro. But this is self-explanatory, guys. The liberal media said it. I mean, it's pretty much, it's over with. Like, Joe Biden, this is the final. I mean, it's been a bunch of final straws. But this right here just gets worse for y'all, man. It keeps getting worse.
So what happens next? I think The View gets canceled because they have nothing else to talk about?
Hopefully. I can't wait to hear what they say about this shit right here.
Alyssa better wear a hat.
Oh, she got to wear the hat.
Alyssa.
She has to wear the hat. She said she got to stand on business.
She has to wear the hat.
Yeah.
She got to stand on business.
We're waiting on that. Let's see if they drop. I'm waiting on that shit.
They probably dropped it. Yeah, it's too.
Yeah, we're going to see if they drop. We can make that a different video. But nah, man, it's just so much to say about this, man. It's just like, I'm extremely happy about this right here, man.
They said Trump ain't going to be.
They did drop.
They said Trump won't be the reason why the wars will end. Kamala Harris. Man, y'all better shut. Hey, bro, nobody ever better bring up Kamala Harris and none of that shit ever to me after I seen Ash singing on the stage. And soon, before this man even got in office, they got the ceasefire already.
Guys,
they looked at America as a fucking joke.
They did.
The higher ups, the Democrats, because it seems the liberal media doesn't care about America too, but it seems like they just told the truth on that. But actually, the higher ups, the fact that Joe Biden didn't give Trump a little bit of credit, or anybody like Kamala came out, anybody, they don't care about.
Do you blame him? You don't blame him because it's still his legacy at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's still his legacy. He gonna have to lie for his legacy.
He's making it worse on himself.
He had to lie for his legacy, bro. He got to. It's Joe. He got to.
He didn't do one thing. Nah, I'm talking about not one. that I agree
He'd be
with.
better off just disappearing and just let us forget about all the dumb shit you did.
Yeah, he messed up big time in this speech, guys. He messed up big time.
Hey,
And
what-
the fact
what-
that Trump just keep putting the foot on his neck,
Yeah.
brother. The fact that like, Trump is overkilling me right now.
Let's
like,
take a guess. Can we take what's next for Kamala? Is she
Oh,
still
she's-
somewhere?
She's
Should
trying
be
to
the
run for governor of California.
Right? Oh, yeah.
I swear, if California voted another Democrat in y'all state, y'all don't want no. Y'all don't
I
want-
would never
y'all
go to
don't want-
California
after
again.
this, guys, yeah, it's really
Y'all don't
pretty
want no
much over.
state, bro.
We out of here, guys.